Humiliation in meeting is rarely about performance. It's about dominance. And there's a real client case that I want to just share and talk about. And I changed the name for obvious reasons. So Alex reached out to me after a branch meeting. He's a tenured employee and has been at the company for a number of years. It was a lot of time. And recently he got a new supervisor and he was tasked with getting her up to speed, which means OJT, on the job training. So he was in a meeting one day, right? Everyone was present, the slide deck was up, everything was running, just like a normal reading. So he raised his hand and he asked a question. He said, can we walk through the approval flow? I'm seeing duplicate reporting and want to make sure we're aligned. He was calm, process-based, professional. He's always professional, right? And instead of answering the question, his manager looked straight at him in the face and said, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell my kids. Shut up. So it's just silence, right? I can't even believe we even talk about it. I'm just like, what? So, and it was silence, not because it was funny, but because it was strategic. That was the moment where hierarchy was reinforced publicly. The insult itself isn't the weapon. The audience is. Because once humiliation happens in front of a room, it becomes narrative fuel. And the narrative doesn't just stay in the meeting, it travels with the person. Because after that day, Alex wasn't copied on emails. His tone became combative. His participation became disruptive. These are all the labels, right? And eventually it became, oh, you struggle with professionalism. And that public moment created a private repositioning. And here's where employees miss and lose control, right? They defend themselves in the room, in the moment. But that's the wrong battlefield, because you don't attack with your mouth. You attack with the pen. And with HR Armor, that's an easy day, because after the meeting, Alex went inside of HR Armor and used the written Armor intelligence. And this is what it told him to send. During today's operation meeting, I asked for clarification regarding duplicate reporting in the approval process. In response, I was told to shut up. My intent was to ensure alignment to process efficiency. Moving forward, I'd appreciate clarity on expectations for raising operational questions in team settings so we can maintain a cohesive and professional relationship. Calm, neutral, structured, no emotion, no accusation, no escalation. That move did something critical, right? It tethered the humiliation to the record in a way that protected him. Now it wasn't memory, it was documented conduct. And documentation changes risk. But here's what you need to understand, even with that. That move works early in the process, but stage matters, because different timing, different consequence. And most employees, they misread their stage, right? They assume that they're still in feedback when the system may already be in evaluation. So the problem isn't the sentence itself, it's the sequence. And if you deploy the right language at the wrong stage, you don't protect yourself, you escalate scrutiny. That's why HR Armor isn't templates. It's stage calibration. Inside, we determine whether you in development, positioning, or something else, and then we move accordingly. So if you want help addressing your actual risk, not the stage you think you're in, comment the word risk, because guessing your stage is how professionals accelerate the narrative against them.